Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be a wrapping tutorial for this look and for another look that has been requested, but this is sort of my interpretation of the look. I'll explain to you in a little bit. So this video is of course in collaboration with Wrapunzel, and my husband alerted me to the fact that a lot of people who see this video just on the Wrapunzel channel, they are not maybe aware that I have my own channel and I'm sort of filming this as if it is for my own channel. So that's why when I'm welcoming you to my channel, that might sound weird to you. So welcome to the Wrapunzel channel as well, depending on where you're seeing this video. Anyway, so this is in collaboration with Wrapunzel. Wrapunzel is supplying all the scarves that you're going to see here and all the items, because that is obviously not a scarf. And we're going to do a video or a tutorial on a look that has been requested a couple days ago on the Facebook Wrapunzel group, where I have been tagged in a video by a lady. I think her name is Leorah, and Leorah, and she did a video or a wrapping tutorial in Hebrew, and you beautiful ladies turned to me and asked me if I can do an English version of that video, of that wrap. And it was called the Harvest Festival wrap because she used the Harvest Festival scarf. So I'm going to call my wrap or this video also the Harvest Festival wrap, because just so when you Google it or when you put it in the search engine on YouTube, so both videos will come up and you'll have both options, so there will not be confusion about that. Okay, so the credit goes of course to her. I'm going to link her video in the description box obviously, so you can check that out as well, because she has a clear advantage. She had this Harvest Festival scarf, which is bigger than what I have. The only square scarf that I have from Wrapunzel is an Israeli tichel, and I do believe that they are a little bit smaller than that scarf that she used. Plus, the material of the scarf that she had was less, like it was more, I don't know, tacky. I don't know. It was not as slippery. So she mentioned in a lot of places in that video that that scarf, just when she puts it down, it sits there and it doesn't move. And that is a clear advantage in that wrap that you're going to see first. After that, I'm going to do a tutorial on this one, which is sort of my spin-off, because that Harvest Festival wrap, the original that Leorah did, it's just not my style, and I want to, like, I don't want to bend myself to something that is not me, so I'm just gonna do my spin-off after that, which is this. Okay, so now with all of that big story, I hope you enjoy, and we're gonna go right into the first tutorial of the Harvest Festival. Okay my lovelies, welcome to the first part of the tutorial, and this is now my recreation or the English version of the Harvest Festival tutorial that Leorah did. So when I agreed to do a English version of this tutorial, I did not know, because I had not watched the video yet, I did not know that this is a wrap that has no nuts, which is horrible for me. It's frightening. It's like, And I also was not aware of the fact that it would be a square scarf tichel tutorial, because the only one that I have from Wrapunzel is this one. And honestly, so this is the Israeli tichel, and I'm just not, like, I'm not that. I almost never use square scarves anymore, and I'm not claiming to be the best, but I could translate the tutorial for you, so I'm here to help you. Anyway, so that is what we're going to do today, but I do believe that her scarf was significantly bigger than the Israeli tichel, and of course in a lot of ways more spectacular because of all the patterns that were in there, and also the material was much different. So I had a lot of trouble doing this. And I'm going to pull in some bobby pins in order just to give me a little bit more stability, at least in the beginning part of the wrap, because if I don't have nuts, it's not for me. So that's what we're going to do. And she also was wearing the Wendy shapers, so it is sort of the same situation that she had, but like I said, I think her scarf was bigger. All right, so first of all, we take the Israeli tichel or whatever scarf you're going to use, and you're folding it into a triangle, because you know, that's what we have to do. And then you're placing it, I'm just gonna move a little bit so I can see myself here in my mirror a little bit better. Okay, so now we are going to put it down, and it's gonna be like 1/3 here and 2/3 of the length here, or whichever side you choose. Okay, so I'm going to place it down so about 1/3 of the tail end here is hanging down here, and 2/3 here. And now this is already the place where I'm going to get some help from bobby pins, because it is so hard to stabilize this wrap without tying a knot. So I'm just going to put a bobby pin right here, and later on you can pull it out or not, whatever you choose, but for me it just helps. All right, so Leorah in her video made a big point of always grabbing onto this crease or this fold here. So this is where you hold on to, and then you're putting it behind your head and putting it down here. Then she suggested that you can also just put it in your mouth in order to like keep it tighter like this. I don't want to do that because I'm in the same situation that she had, that she cannot talk when she does that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to take the fold line here, and I'm going to just drag it around behind my head and putting it here. So now I'm going to put the second bobby pin in on the other side. Like I said, there is no knot in this wrap, and I guess for a lot of people that is going to be good news, because some people just cannot tolerate knots. All right, so this is how it looks so far. Now we have the short side here and the long side here. Okay, so now on the side where the long side is, this is this one, I'm going to pull the tail end that hangs towards the back. I'm going to pull this towards the front. And when I'm doing this, I'm sort of pulling it like here, you know, towards my neck. And I'm folding in this part that is going to stand out like this. I'm going to fold this inwards like this. And I'm going to just leave this part here. And then I'm going to take the long end that had been hanging down and flipping that above this part from the back end. Okay, so I'm going to flip this upward, putting it a little bit like nicely, folding it nicely, and then we're taking it to the other side. Let me just let me just turn around a little bit. So I'm going to take it here, and then she said that we should just push it under the shaper here in the back. Like this. Okay, so there we go. So that was that stage. And then she said, so either you can leave it like this, or you can take this part here, take it to this side, and then tuck both of them away right here, like in here. Or those were the three options. You can just take this part. This is basically that part that you brought over first, you know, the short part. And you can take this one up and tuck it away like this. And then what she did, and that was then her final look, she just opened these two like this and let it hang down. So essentially you can basically now, wait, let me just fix this a little bit nicer. So now I would take out the bobby pins, because now it is sort of stable for me. It's not, I'm not used to it being loose. I like it tight. I like a tight fit on around my head, but this is basically what it is. This is how it looks. And this is the Harvest Festival wrap, the original. But as I said, it is probably not the best scarf to use this one. It works, but I personally believe, and that might also be because I'm not using a lot of square tuchels anymore, so I don't have the, I don't know, the finesse to do it so well. You might be much better in this. So you might want to use bobby pins or not. Maybe you don't need it, but I totally need it, because I felt if I pull the scarf or the tuchel around, and it has to be sort of tight because you cannot have it super loose, I feel like my shaper is shifting, and that makes me feel like I cannot stand it. Okay, so but I think we have a pretty good result. Is that Leorah? No. And that's why we're going to do some add-ons, okay? So I'm going to switch this tutorial around a little bit to something else, which is going to be the Harvest Festival spin-off, and that's going to be the second part of the tutorial. Welcome to the second look, which is going to be my Harvest Festival spin-off. And for that, I'm just going to pull in 2 more scarves and an accessory, and you're gonna see this in a second when it's displayed on my head a little bit better, and you also saw it of course in the introduction or in the intro. This is the Gatsby, let me check, this is the Gatsby Bundo headband, and I'm just going to call it Gatsby headband because it's easier. So this is how it looks, and you're going to see it much better in a second, okay? So first of all, I'm going to pull in the original 2-in-1 in teal, because I want to. All right, has no significance which one, which color, whatever you have, okay? So I'm just going to put this down because of course teal is a beautiful color, and it is also fitting to my outfit. All right, so I always flip them in here in the front a little bit to have a cleaner look, and the first thing I do is tie a knot because I need that to feel safe. So I'm just going to do this, and I personally feel tying the knot with the original 2-in-1 or the tough 2-in-1, it is such a lightweight scarf, and everything you tie with this scarf is so small that it might be that even if you maybe usually have problems with tying knots behind your head, maybe you will not have, because this is so, you know, it's really not impactful in the sense of bulky and unpleasant or something. All right, so now I'm just going to fold up my Israeli tuchel. I still have it as a triangle, and I'm going to just fold in the triangle part more and more to make it like a scarf, like this, okay? And this one I'm going to put down as well, and I'm going to tie a knot. Okay, now I'm going to pull in the Dreams Come True scarf, and this is the multicolored one. There is also, I believe, there is also a different kind. Okay, so this is the multicolored one, and this one I'm going to fold in maybe, let's say, a third. I guess it depends on which shaper you use, but I'm going to fold it in about 1/3, and I'm going to put it down like right behind the Israeli tuchel, something like this, okay? And now I'm taking those ends, but sort of loose. I'm going to combine them on behind my head, and then I'm just going to shift this whole thing around so I have both ends hanging down equally, but on this side, okay? Something like this. Okay, so now I'm going to around here, like about here where my ear is, or behind my ear, I'm going to tie a knot like this. Okay, so that is the next step. Now I'm going to pull up the Gatsby headband like this. And again, this is again something where if you have maybe silver threads or whatever kind of thread that you have to be a little bit careful when you use this so it doesn't pull strings out of your scarves, okay? It is super beautiful, but you have to sort of handle it with care a little bit. So I'm gonna put this one down. And then I'm going to take up this part of the Israeli tichel, and I'm going to place this, wait, I'm going to fold it nicely so it looks a little bit more neat. And I'm going to place this above this string of the Gatsby headband as much as I can. And I'm just going to tuck it away here, anywhere here where you have space. Like this. And now I'm going to take the other side of the Israeli tichel and do exactly the same thing, pulling it up here in front and just layering it on top of the other string or the other strand of the Israeli tichel, and just tucking it away in itself on this side. And I always feel that this is a very, very good way if you are like me and you used to have a lot of like tichel style scarves and you're not using them so much anymore. You can still use them as a pop of color or as a highlight somewhere or something. All right, something like this. So now let me just pull this part out again. So we have the nice part, the feature part of the Gatsby headband still showing. Okay, so we basically just covered up the black rubber band, whatever it's called. Okay, let me just tuck this away again because I just pulled it out a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're bringing over to this side all the remaining scarves, which is the two ends of the original 2-in-1 in teal and the two ends of the Dreams Come True scarf. So be aware that Dreams Come True scarf is like whitish on the bottom side or on the left side, as I say always. So you have to wrap smartly so that doesn't peek out too much. Okay, so now I have 4 strands and I want to just do a short braid with 3 strands. So you can decide whatever you want to combine. I'm going to combine those two of the Dreams Come True scarf now because they're sort of closest to each other here. I'm going to combine those and I'm going to try to wrap them the way that the lighter part is turned towards the inside. And I'm just going to do a very, very short braid, tight and short, just till a little bit below my ear, till about here, till here. And then I'm going to take a clear rubber band, those kinds of tiny little clear rubber bands, I don't know if you can see this, and tying it right here. And this is it. This is how I want to leave it. And I think this is very much Leorah. So let's just sort this out, that the Dreams Come True scarf falls the right way. Like maybe like this, a little bit towards the middle. Or something like this. Something like that. Okay, so this is my version. I'm gonna call this the Harvest Festival spin-off because it is sort of also something hanging down here. This is basically the only thing that is similar, but I just had to do my own thing out of it. Like, it's, you know. All right, so this is it. This concludes the video. I hope you had fun. I would love it if you were to tag me in both versions. If you want to do this or that, just please tag me when you're uploading pictures because I want to see. I want to see what you're doing with it and if you're having fun with it, and please let me know if this was helpful, especially of course the first part of the video because that had been requested. And by the way, there's also one lovely lady who is always tagging me in all the looks she recreates for me and apparently she's binge watching me, and she also asked me to please feature this Gatsby headband. So this is for you, dear Pamela, because you asked me to do this. So Perfect. We did this and I really do like the look, and let me know what you think. And besides that, you find everything Wrapunzel regarding Wrapunzel and regarding my Leorah kit and everything. My affiliate link, if you want to use it, that I have with Wrapunzel, it saves you 5% off your order. You find all of that in the description box down below. And yeah, I just hope that this was helpful and that you had fun and we had some quality time here together. And next time, I can't promise, I have to still figure out how to do it exactly, but I'm thinking about next time doing a scarf collection and scarf storage video, you know, instead of a wrapping tutorial, because that also has been requested, and that's going to be my complete collection. And I have asked Wrapunzel if it is okay that I'm going to do that in the framework of the collaboration, and they said yes. And yeah, so that's what we are hopefully going to do next week. I hope so. Okay, if not, then the week after or whatever. It depends a little bit on a lot of things. All right, so this is it, really, for real now. I love you so much. I hope you come back for my next video, and up until then, hugs and kisses. Bye.